Half-Life 1 is to games what Citizen Kane is to movies. When Half-Life dropped in 1998, it was like going from 2 dimensions to 3.
But Nisse, Half-Life is just a game about running and shooting, right? How could it have done any of this?
My love, let me explain. But first, like and sub, and welcome home. Now, 1. Showing, not telling. Most plots were very simple before Half-Life. You, the hero. Your destiny, smash the villain. But you aren't the hero in Half-Life. At most, you're the guy that ruins everything. The story starts with your regular commute to work, where you see scientists, robots, and future work safety lawsuits. Once you've suited up, you ram the elemental shopping cart into the science machine, suddenly causing the structure between worlds to collapse, and a video game happens. Notice how no magical fairy shows up to tell you about some big quest. Really, you're still just a man on his job. This show and tell design now exists everywhere. Metro, The Last of Us, really name any polished double or AAA title. Half-Life, however, stayed quiet for a reason. Not to cake on more exposition or world building, but to set a theme. You are locked inside Black Mesa. Odds of surviving are slim. Good luck. Which is where we encounter part 2, fast speed. Half-Life is fast. Even an amateur speedrun can clear the game in under 2 hours, even excluding the gold source B-hops because Gordon Freeman hauls ass. You zip from game world to world, each chapter a new location, with new secret items and new unethical science experiments. As you bumble through giant location after giant location, the thought creeps up, just how large is Black Mesa? But for every thought, there's an interruption, because 3. Straight line pacing. Twilight Princess is a brilliant game with terrible sequences. If you want to explore a new dark world, you gotta spend an hour collecting 15 insects, some of which are hiding from you. Have fun. Meanwhile, in A Link to the Past, you equip a mirror, press a button, and you're there. Half-Life understood this early on, so the game's built in a straight line, much like the intro monorail, and much like many games after it. What you lose in Halo's open-ended arenas filled with neat secrets, you gain in rarely having to tab out and check a walkthrough. This leaves you inside the experience, which lets those little thoughts continue to build up, eventually into what's really going on inside Black Mesa. 4. The environment can talk. Spooked aliens are snacking on your coworkers. Soldiers show up only to start cleaning out surviving witnesses. Something like an alien invasion force teleports in and things start to get really crazy. A well-dressed man is watching your entire escape, silently enough that most players never notice him. It's only as you make the last long jump into the portal to Zen that you realize, I'm not the first scientist they sent in here. And as the last boss calls out to you telepathically, it becomes clear. He's not the last boss. He, too, is just someone else's pawn. Intrigue is the thing that's made Half-Life stick, and is why Half-Life is still engaging. Black Mesa Science Facility, much like the Area 51 it's inspired by, has secrets that thread all the way up, maybe even into interdimensional politics.
It's time to choose.
And you thought Half-Life was a game about running and shooting. I'm Nisse, and thank you for watching. Subscribe and like. For more Nisse videos, click here. And shout out to Grocery Gang, Michael Kennedy, Albin Lager, Andres Galsjö, Bartosz, Harry McKenzie, Nathan, Pumba, Omger, Seppums, Jay Pinkman, Latsu, Egg, and Revolution Bruce. I love you all very much. Thank you for supporting me.